But you heard about Travis Hunter and his fiance?
Yes, I have. And I saw that comedian Godfrey had responded to the news that Travis Hunter was engaged and that it had been purported that his fiance had stated that he originally was not her type, but that he had, and I'm paraphrasing here, he had since that time won her over. And with them being engaged, it appears that marriage will be coming at some point in the future, and there didn't seem to be any conversation surrounding a prenuptial agreement. There had been rumors that Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, had tried to communicate with Travis Hunter that you might just want to slow down a little bit. Not to say that she's not a nice lady, not to say she's not the one, but you're moving kind of fast. I mean, I'm saying now, to be the number one football player in the country or number two, depending on how you rank him and Shedeur Sanders. And by the way, both of them are my two favorite college football players and will probably be my two favorite NFL players if they don't start bunny hopping.
And that kind of ties into what we were saying before in our previous video, y'all. It's like, everybody's critiques of what they have going on within the relationship, we're just basing it out of a good place, bro. It's not out of being bitter or jealous. I think Travis Hunter, he actually did respond to Godfrey's post, basically saying that, you owe, I ain't worried about what you got to say. You know what I mean? Try and brush it off because he's up there in age. But if you really look at the landscape of the situation, a lot of older men, married men, are all chiming in saying kind of the same thing that Godfrey was saying. Be careful how you're moving right now. You're moving kind of fast. Exactly what Dr. Umar Johnson was illustrating for us. Let's get back into it.
Players, and will probably be my two favorite NFL players if they don't start bunny hopping. But anyhow, you have not played an NFL game. You have not even been through the NFL draft. You have no idea of the type of women you're going to meet whenever you get to whatever team that you're going to play for. He's still a child. You've only been in Boulder, Colorado, and you've been in Jackson, Mississippi. Why not give yourself some time to explore life before you just jump to hoop with this woman, and I'm not going to say nothing against the young lady. She might be a nice young lady. Obviously, I have issues with it because I believe black men should be married to black women. And this looks like it's going to be another tragic tale of another multi-million-dollar black athlete who sooner or later is going to get divorced. And his non-black wife is going to run off with all of his career earnings, as we've seen with so many other athletes and continue to see on a regular basis. So I'm not for it at all. But again, I'm not besmirching her character. I'm sure she's a fine young lady. But for him to be engaged already and for him to be about to get married and he doesn't even have a prenuptial agreement, are you out of your mind, Travis Hunter? No disrespect to the young brother. I'm a fan. But bruh, slow this down. Put the marriage on ice. I need him to put that marriage on ice for about 2 or 3 years and don't have any children out of wedlock while that marriage is on ice. My fear, Art, is he's going to run into the queen of his dreams and it's going to be too late.
And that's the best option in this situation. Just slow down a little bit and just see what kind of contracts you're going to get, where you're going to be living. And then at that time, maybe a few years into this thing, gauge where your life is at. Come back to it, revisit it. All right, are we prepared to get married? Are we ready for this thing? Have you shown me you're going to be committed? Because not even a few years ago or months ago, you telling the world you really wasn't feeling me like that based off attraction. So just give it time, bro. There ain't no rush on trying to get this thing right.
It's going to be too late. So I just think that, brother, moving too fast. So many of our black athletes, they run into these non-black women in college, and they just think that that's what their life is all about. She's the best thing since sliced bread, not to demean any woman of any culture, but we should be with our own women. And one thing I appreciate about Deion Sanders, although I'm still not happy with the move he made to Colorado, making all that money for a predominantly white college that does nothing for black people. But nonetheless, one thing I do respect about Coach Prime, you don't see his sons doing that. You don't see Shedeur and the other brother, the cornerback or the safety, the other Sanders, what's his name?
Shiloh
Sanders. Shout out to Shiloh. Forgive me for forgetting your name there, young prince. But you don't see Shedeur and Shiloh being all booed up with no girl in college. You notice that? You always see them by themselves.
And that just goes to show you how important it is to have that father figure, that dominant role in your life, giving you guidance at all times, man. I'm thinking of myself. If I was his father, I would be telling him basically exactly what Umar is saying here, outside of the whole race situation. I believe it don't matter what race you are. If you can find love, you can find somebody that loves you genuinely, listen, man, and is dedicated to you, they're worth your time.
Deion Sanders knows how this goes. He knows how women will try to hitch their cart to your wagon. You know, he knows how this goes. And I think he had to sit down with Shiloh and Shador and said, listen, y'all can have all the fun y'all want. You better be protecting yourself, and you better not be getting booed up with no woman. You built this. We built this. If you're going to choose a woman, you're going to choose her with this head, not the other one. And so I appreciate Deion Sanders for not allowing his sons to fall into the same trap that it appears Travis Hunter has fallen into. You know, it's such a shame. Such a shame. So unfortunate to be that great and to still be a victim of the snow bunny crisis. It's just ridiculous. Now, some people are saying she's mixed race. Some people are saying she got a black mom, black dad, but that doesn't mean anything to me because, as you know, although I consider mixed race Africans to be black, as long as they identify full time, I have seen no evidence that Travis Hunter's girlfriend has ever identified as a black woman, ever. So even if she's biologically African and has a black parent, for me and most Pan-Africanists, you have to not only be biologically black, you have to be psychologically black. And I haven't seen any proof at all that Travis Hunter's girlfriend identifies as a black woman. But again, no disrespect to her. This is no hate to her. All we saying is we want to keep black money in the black community, and we want to keep black celebrities with our own black women. It's just a self-love thing. It has nothing to do with hate. And I just hope the brother wakes up and realizes what's going on before she takes half of what he's about to earn.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that she came out and said that she didn't find him attractive, I mean, that's very telling, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier when she said that she said that Travis Hunter wasn't really her type. So to your point, Art, what you just said, you know, she said she wasn't really attracted to him at first. What is that telling you? Is that not the writing on the wall? The woman went so far as to tell people she was not attracted to you. So why is she with you?
Not even that, just to double down, bro. She said that, you know what I mean, on the internet to the world. She basically was like, yo, I don't really rock with you like that. I'm not attracted to you like that. I kind of played your face for a couple of months before I even gave you a shot. And the only reason I gave you a shot is because basically nobody else was going to go with me to this damn dinner. And after the dinner, all of a sudden, I'm in love with you. It's just kind of crazy out here. Come on.
Woman went so far as to tell people she was not attracted to you. So why is she with you? The same reason everybody else's white wife is with them, for money and status. For money and status. And for him to hear her say that and stay with her,
it's wild.
I'm very disappointed. But again, I got faith in a young brother. I like him. He's good-spirited, good energy. Doesn't seem like he got a whole lot of political education, but a lot of our black athletes don't, right? They've been surrounded by white folks their whole life and black people who ain't thinking about teaching them about who they are, only trying to maximize their profit for the power structure in the sports entertainment industry. I just hope somebody wakes Travis Hunter up. I'm tired of seeing this play out over and over again. He is too young to be settling down with a girl he just dated in college, who, as you said, claimed that she was never her type in the first place, you know.
So that's Dr. Umar's breakdown of the whole situation. I agree with him all the way up until the point where he's bringing race into things. I don't really agree with that aspect. But outside of that, bro, he's just simply too young to be trying to settle down this fast right after college and not really knowing what the future holds for you and what's to come.